Okay, let's get our arms, shoulders and wrists warmed up. But just standing nice and tall, feet underneath you, soft knees, tummy in, roll the shoulders. And roll them forwards, nice big range of movement, really squeezing them back, up and forward, lovely. Taking it a bit bigger, elbows. Bring the elbows forward. Try and almost get those elbows to touch like you're drawing circles with them, lovely. Let's do full arms. And reverse forward. Lovely, let's take the arms up to the side, circle your wrists. Change direction. And then we'll push the heels of the wrists out and up and down. Shoulders down, lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. Again, hold your tummy in and keep your chest still so we're not lifting and lowering. Lovely. Flick the hands up, circle back. Thinking of the movement, really scooping behind you. Getting those shoulders and chests warmed up. Let's change direction. Arms down, wrists down, arms forward. Ooh. Then just let the wrists be normal. And we're going to take the arms across the body. So we cross, open, cross. Switching each time. Switch arms on top. Just getting that chest open, loosening up the shoulders. Lovely. Let's go back to those wrists. Hold them in front and you're flicking them up and down like you're revving a motorbike. Quite a lot on the wrists today, so I really want to get them warm. Lovely, link the hands together and figure of 8. Lovely, let's little stretch with the wrists and fingers and reverse and stretch. Bringing the arms up. And back down. Bring them in front, stretch the arms, let the head drop down, round the shoulders. Then release, lovely. We're going to do a little bit for the neck as well. Right and left. Going to really do good technique today on how to do push-ups. So we're going to start really basic and add on. I should put my phone on Do Not Disturb, I will do that. Hold your head to the right, gently lengthen, push this heel away. Just going to put Do Not Disturb on. Then my text won't bother us. Lovely, let's change sides. We'll do a little bit of work for the shoulders and back standing up as normal, again just to really get some warmth in these shoulders before we take it to the chair and the floor. Lovely. Okay, so again we're just going to take the arms in this position and we're squeezing the elbows in at the waist. So we're squeezing, your palms are forward, shoulders down. So it's very much on the in. Lovely, another 8. And then just to add some wrists into it, here and here. So it's kind of like a little bouncing of a ball. Really think of pulling these shoulders down. So especially when we're on the floor, we're going to think of this position to really feel those shoulders drawing down away from the ears. Lovely. 4, 3, 2 and 1, and a slightly different move. So the hands in this position and we're squeezing back. So we're trying not to let the chest pop, just squeeze them back. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and squeeze, squeeze. So this is working the back muscles between the shoulder blades. We're waking these up because we want these strong and stable for when we do our push-up. Squeeze back, squeeze. So squeezing the shoulder blades together like you're trying to squeeze a tomato. Lovely. 8 more. Then keep the hands where they are, just extend the arms, and we just push down and up. Keep your elbows high, try not to let the chest or the ribs or the spine get involved, so we're not lifting up, just the arms. Good for the rotator cuff, good for your shoulders. Lovely, let's do one more set of 8. Keep breathing. Also make sure you're drinking water today, either during or after class or before. One more. Hold the arms up and we squeeze the elbows together. Open and squeeze and open. Lovely. Squeeze the tummy as well. Nice steady breathing. Then we hold the hands together and we'll push up. 2 more. Last one, hold, pushing up, pulses. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Well done. Roll the shoulders. And forwards. And then we'll give them a little arm sway forward and back, give them a release. We'll have a little stretch before we continue. Lovely. Take your hands, one hand on the shoulder, and then with the other hand just push that arm back. Try and keep your shoulders level, so don't let this one lift up. We're going to start with our triceps. We might as well get that one done. Get the chair. Should get 2 rounds in, but if not, doesn't matter. Just change sides, a hand on the shoulder and just pushing back, stretching across here. And release, lovely. Let's take the hands behind, clasp them together if you can, or just have them on your back and just stretch down, squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch the chest, lift the chest up. Reach those arms back. Release, let's have a little stretch those triceps, one arm up, hand between the shoulder blades, and just gently give it a little stretch. We will stretch more at the end when we've had our workouts, just little release stretches, change sides, hand between the shoulder blades. Lovely. Okay, so this is optional. You don't have to use a chair. A chair is going to give you more depth and range of motion. If you don't want to use a chair or you don't have a chair, you can just be on the floor doing this. You could be on the floor lifting your bottom, but we're going to kind of do this on a chair. So they're your options if you don't have a chair or don't want one. If you are using a chair, make sure it's a chair that's not going to move. So I'm putting mine against the wall unit because it slides everywhere. So you're pretty much going to sit on your chair and your hands are going to be in this position. Not sure if you can see me well enough. Sit. And then you're just going to bend your arms. I'm slightly going to adjust my screen so you can see me a bit better. Don't know much difference that made. There we go. We're going to do 8. We're nice and slow and nice and controlled. So the closer your feet are, the harder it is. I mean, the further away your feet, I'll get it right, Lisa. So if you're here, that's a lot harder, so I think let's start here. Nice and strong in the shoulders, really down. Lift. Alexa, volume up. 4, we've got 4 more. Nice long neck. 2 more. And release. Oh, give it a little shake. Give the wrist a circle. Let's do another set of those. Stretch. Okay, ready? And here we go. Squeeze the tummy, dip. And lift. Again, the range of motion is up to you. The further you go, the more you work in your arms. We've got 2 more of these. 1 more. Oh, and release, lovely. A little shake of those wrists. Give them a stretch. Lovely. So I'm going to come to the floor now, so you can move the chair out of the way. So I really want to focus on push-ups, but really good technique. Because often, most ladies say we've got no upper body strength, we can't do push-ups, but a lot of it's the technique rather than the repetition. So there's 6 tips to doing it. So we're going to just learn the tips as we go along rather than try and remember them all. But if we start with our push-ups, we'll do them on the knees so we get the right technique. And then once you get stronger, then you can start to sort of do these ones or these ones. First thing, we want to be in a nice strong position. Now when we were standing up, we said shoulders away from the ears. So really push your shoulders backwards. And then that's going to engage your muscles in between your shoulder blades, because you need your back to stabilise, even though it's an arm exercise. So that's one thing we've got to think of. So just whilst you're in this all 4 positions, squeeze the shoulders back and just really get that one. Then we've got to think of our arm position. So your hands, what we want is, if I show you from this position, you don't want to be in a T shape, you want to be in that shape. So your head and your shoulders are creating an arrow shape. So your hands can be wide, but down here, you don't want them up here. So with that in mind, hands wide, but your face is past your hands, shoulders down, and then tip the head forward. So do a couple of these, really think of those shoulders back, shoulders down, so you'll feel the inner, the bits between the shoulder blades really squeezing. You should feel a bit stronger. Lovely. So another thing to think of and add on, your hands facing forwards, your middle finger is pointing straight forward, so try not to turn them in or out. So straight hands, fingertip forward, shoulders back, and then your forehead is going to the floor. So you tuck your chin in a little bit, like a double chin almost. Lovely, and that should feel a lot stronger. Another one here. Then the next 2 last bits to add on is you want to squeeze your tummy, because effectively this is a core exercise. It's a plank, but a moving plank. So making sure you're not just collapsed, you're nice and strong. Squeeze in here, and you can take the knees together and squeeze the knees, because when you do a full press up, you should squeeze the legs. So if we have the knees under us, squeeze the bottom, squeeze the tummy, fingers forward, shoulders back, and give me 8. 7. Really feel that back working. You should feel the whole body working, and it's not just your arms. Most importantly, tuck the chin in, that little double chin, and that will protect your neck. We don't want to drop the head, it's just tucked in. 3 more. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the knees. Last one. Lovely, well done. Oh, give these a little circle and a rest. So hopefully that should have felt better. Going to add on to that, but without adding too much weight. Again, it's just getting used to building up to a full push-up. So we're going to start on all 4s, and I'm going to have one leg here. So same thing, hands in the right position, shoulders back, As I go down, my leg's going to come up. It is optional if you want to stay on all fours. So it just adds a bit more weight. And it means I'm tipping like a seesaw. So my tip of my head to my foot is even, you know, a straight line. Okay, so fingers forward, shoulders down, tummy in, squeeze the bottom and down. Really engage that upper back. Squeeze. Again, it is optional. You can take the foot down, back to all fours if you want. We've got 4 more here. 4. Doesn't matter about switching legs, really. Engage that back. Lovely. Let's sit back, stretch out those arms. Well done. So that just gives you a bit more things to think about when we're doing our push-ups. These wrist rests. Okay, so we're going to do a little one-arm push-up, not anywhere near as hard as it sounds. We're going to lie on our side. So I'm going to have the knees in. As we get more advanced, you can straighten them out, but knees in, it gives you a bit of support. So this arm on top is the one that's going to push. This one is on your chest, or under your armpits here. So you're just very gently going to push. You might find that's enough, so you just push a bit, come up to your elbow. If you can push up and lift the body, we're going to do 8 of those. So it's really just working this arm. So you've got to hold your head and neck, and if you needed a pillow, have one, but just try and hold your neck still. So squeeze the tummy and breathe in, and let's push up and down and up. So again, work with your level. You might find just pushing to here is enough, keeping this elbow down. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, we really feel it in that arm. And 1, lovely. So lie onto our tummies. We can do a little bit of back work before we switch sides. So I'm going to have the arms out in a T shape and my thumbs are upwards. Shoulders back again. And the neck is long, so my chin is tucked in slightly. So if you wanted to, you can have a pillow under your head, but just make sure it's supporting you at this height so you're not dropped. Or just hold the head, shoulders back, squeeze the tummy, and we just lift up and lower. And lift and lower. Don't push on your belly, just feel the back extending and lifting. So it's those muscles running down the back. If you push the shoulders back, that will help engage. So you're really just lifting onto the ribs, but you're not pressing the belly in the floor. Okay, if you want to add on, lift the arms off, lift and lower and lift. So you're squeezing your thumbs up behind you, up to the ceiling. Again, it's not so much height. Lengthen the back, lift slightly and squeeze the arms. That's the arms that do the height, not the body. Squeeze. Squeeze. Keep that neck long. You're looking straight down in the mat as if it's a mirror. Squeeze that tummy in. Try and hollow out the belly. So you really have to use the back muscles. Hold up and pulse the arms. For 4, for 3, 2 and 1. Lovely. Rest for a moment. Have your hand on your hand and your head. So similar exercise, but our arms are going to be reaching behind us, and you're really trying to reach that shoulder away. Exactly the same thing. So reach the arms and lift off and lower. So feel a squeezing back, trying to touch your toes and then lift. It's a small lift. Squeeze the tummy in, let the back muscles do the work. So you're really trying to engage all these muscles in the back. Squeeze those shoulders back and reach, that's what's going to help. If you're desperately trying to get behind you. Using the breath. We're going to do 2 more and then we're going to hold and pump the arms. So on this last one, holding up and pump the arms up. So if you're bouncing a ball, reach back as much as you can. Reach down towards your feet So you feel someone's pulling on your arms, stiff hands, stiff wrists, stiff fingers, bounce that ball. Neck is long, squeeze the tummy for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Just relax the head for a moment. Just going to lift the legs to work our lower back a little bit before we move on to the rest of the arms. So you're going to, I'm not going to do this, I'm just moving so you can see my feet. So we're going to lengthen the right leg, lift it up. So you're trying to get the back of the knee straight, squeeze the bottom and lift. Then the other side, lengthen, lift. Again, try and hold the body slightly, squeeze the tummy in, lengthen, lift. It's the feeling that someone's grabbed your leg, it's grown an inch, and then it's lifting. Lengthen, lift. Okay, can we do both legs? Lengthen and lift. So nice and slowly do it with breath, don't make it jerky, don't push on your belly. So you're squeezing the bottom, almost tucking it under. It's really the bum that's lifting the legs here. 2 more, then I'm going to add some arms, so we work the whole length of the back. Lovely, so we've got a few options. You can have your hands here. You can just lift the upper body and the legs. That could be enough for you. Or we can have the arms off, so we lift all at the same time and lower, but don't jerk into it. Make it nice and fluid. We'll do that. Okay, for 8. Shoulders back, squeeze the tummy in, lengthen the legs, lift. It's like you're free falling. And lower. I imagine that's what free falling is like. Lift. And lower. So your whole back, from your shoulders, between your shoulders, all the way down to the lower back is working here. And lift. And lift. Lift, hold here, and if you can reach forward, reach and back. If you need your hands on the floor, slide back and forward. But if you can reach, lifting the legs, holding the body, squeezing the bum, squeezing the tummy. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely stuff. Let's push back and sit into child pose, rounding that lower back, giving it a nice little stretch out, arms forward. Woo. Lovely stuff. Haven't got too much longer. 2 more exercises, it whizzes by. So I'm doing my push-ups on my other arm. So lying down, this one's under my chest, I'm on the shoulder, and this one is on top. So again, you can just push and lean into the elbow. If you're pushing on this one, or you can push all the way up. We've got 8 here. Try and keep the neck straight. And lift. And lift. Squeeze the tummy, breathe in. Breathe out, the exhalation, you give the effort. 4, that's lovely. 4 more. 3 more, we got 2. 1 more. Fantastic. Coming up again. So I want to try a pike push up. Again, this is for the shoulders, this one. And then we're pretty much going to try a couple of sets of these and then we'll stretch out, really. I'm going to do this off my mat because my mat's particularly stretchy and it moves around. So we're going to do a down dog or a pike and we're going to push up in that position. So I'll show you what that's going to look like and also I'll give you some options. So a down dog, again your hands are kind of shoulder width apart, fingers forwards, tuck the toes under, push your bottom up and then hands a bit wider and you're just going to do a very small push up here. You can do this with bent legs if your legs aren't that, feel too tight. But let's try 8 of these. I'll take my glasses off because they're going to fall off. So you get the nice stretch through the heels. Again, this isn't about too much depth, but just try and really push forward with the chest. Heels can be lifted, that's fine. 1, 2, squeeze the tummy. 3, 4. Again, if you need to bend the knees, you can. 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Knees down, sit back, stretch through those arms. Oh, they're tough, those ones. We've done a good workout today. Chest, triceps, shoulders, you should feel that. Hopefully we can keep working with these push-ups, get them good technique. Whilst you're here, thread one arm through, push into the shoulder, and I'm sort of trying to twist that way, so I'm pushing this into the floor. Let's change sides, so thread the arm through. And I'm trying to push that way, even though I'm looking this way. It's that sort of thing, that pushing down with the arms. Lovely. Let's stretch out these arms to come up to sitting. Sit back on that. Little chest stretch. So hands behind, stretch back. I'm in this position so I can lean forward. Again, it's an added option, you don't have to do it. But you're trying to get your wrists up at the back. Or if you're comfortable, you can lean forward. And you try to take your wrist down to the floor. Again, just work with your level. It really opens up those shoulders. Lovely, gently coming up. Let's do a tricep, hand between the shoulder. Give it a nice pull back. Whew. Good stuff, ladies. Let's change sides. So sometimes you just don't need weights. There's a lot you can do with your own body and your arms. We've been doing loads of arms lately, so it's good to start taking it up a gear. I think we're getting quite strong now. Then I'm going to sit gently, sit cross-legged, and then I'll do another little stretch. Let's take the ear to the shoulder. And I'm going to gently with 2 fingers lengthen. I'm just going to pop this hand under my bottom. It helps to stretch and pull this shoulder down. Lovely, let's change sides and lengthen. And then just pop your hand under. Lovely, one more stretch. Hand down, reach up and stretch over. So we're stretching the shoulder. Try and look up almost into the eye of your elbow, so you really open up here, but you're feeling it all down the side as well. But really reach those fingertips up. Oh, lovely. Let's change sides. Keeping your bottom down, you can reach over as far as you wish. Just have a little rotate. Lovely. Let's do one more stretch for the upper back as well. Stretch, pull forward, round the back, head down, stretch the shoulder blades apart, reach the hands forward. Lovely. Let's take a breath in and out, and in and out. And give yourselves a clap. Thank you very much. Pop the stop recording.